Hey everybody. So, I mean, a lot of you already probably know this, but as I'm sitting here watching all these advertisements, and anytime you go on Netflix or any of these entertainment fucking avenues, there's a lot of stuff to choose from. And I just saw the new advertisement for Peaky Blinders, and it's like they're making shows to entertain us based on shit that happened years ago. And a lot of it has to do with strife, a lot of it has to do with desperation, a lot of it has to do with violence, a lot of it has to do with being pissed off and taking up arms in your own name and seeking vengeance um, on whom you feel you need to seek vengeance on. And we're told these things are entertainment, but if you look at that word entertainment, it's a lot like detainment, to keep you detained, to keep you entrapped in a way of doing things, to keep you intrigued to a particular vibrational energy. They're keeping you guys at a lower vibrational realm of being with these shows, and they're also reenacting rituals by getting you guys to watch. And I mean, they're not forcing you, you guys are choosing to do it, but I'm sharing what I feel is the truth that my intuition is delivering to me, and that's that the purpose behind it is to get you guys is to spiritually adhere to the things that we've all been through in the past to various or lesser degrees, and based on who we are, where we come from, and they change it up in a way to reignite those feelings of lower vibrational being, and thus perpetuating those feelings inside of us now. So they use stuff that they have told us is history, which is somebody else's story, his story, and they have taken that history, which is their story, and turned it and churned it into such a way to present a plethora of information that suggests things went down this way, but they do it in an entertaining way so that we feel intrigued to listen, and to watch, and knowing it's entertainment. But at the same time, based on epigenetics, everything we watch and is around, we absorb. So the more we absorb these shows, the more we absorb these rituals, the more we absorb these types of entertainments and education or information, the more we become them. So media, Hollywood, I mean, again, I have nothing against, I love movies, I really do. They can do a lot of good as well as bad. Lately, in my years, I've seen a lot less creativity and good themes in movies, as opposed to things in the 90s. After 99, shit seemed to change. It really did. I think it has to do with the Trade Center and the whole spiritual ritual that went on there. But, stuff has just not been the same for some time. And again, I think it goes back to we've lost connection with good creativity by continuing to perpetuate a society that is destroying the planet and the world, and they're doing it from the guise of the good guys. So there's an effect to this. There's a consequence to all these things, and it's like, it's sad to watch people continue to pay such attention to these devices and to these media outlets and to these shows, and they put such glory and glee to them. It's like that's what they live for, is for the next show or the next meal, or the next song. That's really what our life here in America has turned into, is we live for that next fix, and it's turned into such a trend that's just the common thing to do. And when you do try to do things like create nonprofit organizations, talk about hemp and charity and stuff like that, people are so spellbound by the shit that they've put into themselves, and it has been projected onto them. They've also paid a lot of attention to it. And I'm talking to the people more of my age, because a lot of the younger people just aren't aware of this because they haven't had the time to. But a lot of people that watch my channel are aware of this shit. And it's to those people I'm really speaking to, because y'all have the information, which is the power to do something about this. And I don't see very many people at all. Now, there are people out there, and you all know who you are. This is not a message for you guys. This is a message for other people who are choosing to perpetuate things that are not in line with creation and love. And just, an FYI to y'all, and letting y'all know that you're feeding right into that which you guys talk so much shit about. So just be careful what you watch, man. Like that Peaky Blinders show, like, I mean, what's the point of perpetuating shows like that? What good is that doing for humanity? Like, when do we get to a point to where our government needs to regulate the type of media that we're allowing our civilians to watch, based on the fact that what epigenetics, Dr. Bruce Lipton has told us that what we absorb, what we're around, what we watch, pay attention to, we become to a greater or lesser degree. Based on which goes into sciences, there's an actual theory, or not a theory, it's a study that shows that cells react when they're being observed. So our energy has an effect on the cells and vice versa. So based on that theory right there, that should give government enough reason to start regulating everything that is perpetuating sin, if they're really a good government. Now, my whole thing has been that they're not a good government. They're appearing to be good. I mean, maybe they're not even trying to appear that way. Maybe we just want to think that because it's wishful thinking. But they're not good. They are allowing all sorts of evils in, and those evils are only allowed to flourish as much as we pay attention to them. Which is why government is really supposed to be something that helps govern the mind of the men, but which can be good if it has good intentions. But my thing is that our government does not have good intentions. So, like, we continue to support it though, but people don't realize they're supporting something that's not good, which is why I've been so adamant about creating our own infrastructure, our own government that is good, that has good regulations, that makes sure that we don't continue to perpetuate evil, that we actually have a medical system that's trying to help heal people, and an education system that's actually trying to teach people real shit that they can really use while living on the streets or in their house or wherever. But in order to do that, we got to break the spells. We got to stop paying these shows all this attention. We got to stop buying into all this consumerism. We got to start liquidating these houses that we don't need. Based on the weather and everything, these houses are going to get fucking torn down, bro. Like, everything needs to change. So it starts with the individual. It does start with the way you think. It starts with what you choose to do, what you pay attention to, what you speak about, all those things. So I encourage y'all to change it up, man. Read some good books, put some good information in you, meditate, chill, create some music, do whatever you gotta do. Speak your truth online. It doesn't matter if anybody's watching you or not. I'll watch you. I love hearing people speak about what's going on in their lives. For a very long time, I made videos with barely 10 subscribers. So I've been there. I've done that. All right. I love you guys. Have a good day. Bye.